Good morning, Aldersley High School. It's Mrs. Treble here for today's assembly. It's the 29th of June. Happy Monday. This assembly is on creativity. Yesterday's challenges, as you can see there on the screen. So if you did achieve any of those challenges, please pop what you did on Twitter so that we can see what you've been up to. So we're going to approach creativity through a sort of tree of various aspects. And we're going to look at first what creativity is, and then we're going to look at some things that you need to have within you in order to be creative. And then we're going to look at some examples. So what is creativity? Creativity is firstly the state or quality of being creative. Secondly, the ability to transcend traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationships, or the like, to create meaningful new ideas, forms, methods, interpretations. It's originality, progressiveness or imagination, the need for creativity in modern industry, creativity in the performing arts. It's about being original, it's about coming up with something that's yours. And thirdly, the process by which one utilises creative ability. Extensive reading stimulated his creativity. So it's about having a broader mind, a broader view on things as well. So drive is something that I think if you're going to be successfully creative, you've got to have drive. You've got to have a strong, organised effort to accomplish something. And a compel or force to work, often excessively. So really pushing yourself towards a goal that you've set for yourself. Examples of people that have been driven is Mo Farah, the Olympian achieving their best, so really pushing, really training hard, or a sportsman finding a new way to perfect his talent. So there is a great clip showing that footballer doing a bicycle goal, so it's definitely worth going and googling that and having a little look on YouTube. And obviously looking at Mo Farah winning that race, the several races that he's won, it just shows the drive that they've had. Ambition's something else that I think if you're going to be creative and successfully creative, you've got to have ambition. So a strong desire to do or to achieve something, typically requiring determination and hard work. And secondly, desire and determination to achieve success. So examples of being ambitious, which have resulted in creativity, is the businessman with £1 billion idea. So you can see there, that's Richard Branson, the person that came up with everything that Virgin encompasses as a brand. He come from very humble beginnings, and he had an original idea, and he just was passionate, and he went for it. Another example is a student achieving their best. So, being ambitious and pushing yourself to those goals. I think this is the one that I personally find the most difficult. So it's having that idea, that original idea, to go and then push yourself in that area and try and make success of that idea. So an artist creating his greatest work, that's an image of someone using spray paints, and there's lots of clips that I could have put in here, but I thought if you go and Google it yourselves, you can pick which ones you want. This is one spray painting a night scene. He literally does it in less than a minute, and it looks like a masterpiece. So he must have really practiced hard at that craft. And what an original idea to come up with to push yourself to try and achieve such a brilliant painting using spray paints in such a short period of time. The second one there, a composer creating a masterpiece. As I said, an idea is something that I find the most difficult. I do play the piano, and I'm very good at playing music that's already been written, but composing is something that I personally really struggle with. And it's having that originality and that creativity and that determination to keep working through it until it sounds right. But I know there's lots of students at Aldersley that are composers that do write their own music, write their own lyrics, and you should definitely push and pursue that and share what you've created. Effort, so it takes a lot of effort to be successfully creative. So a teacher finding new ways to inspire their students you guys are very lucky. You've got lots of teachers that are creative within their profession. This is the way that I would say I'm creative. I'm not naturally creative in other ways, but I do love my profession of teaching, and I do love to find different ways of teaching different things. And then a person trying to find new ways to help others. So, maybe when you're a little bit older, or sixth formers at the moment, I know we're volunteering their time to go and help the NHS and things like that, and coming up with good creative ideas in which to do that. Life is something that I think we take for granted that we've all got. So we've all got an amazing universe, planet and earth that we breathe each day. And it's making sure that we make full use of that, putting ourselves out there, getting more familiar with the world, more familiar with different places. And that can sometimes inspire us then to be creative, going and seeing more and exposing ourselves to more things. And the life that we're blessed with and what we do with it. So we all have life, and yeah, we're all in different circumstances and different beginnings, but do we make the most of that life? That there is always someone that's in a worse position than you are. Are you making the most of all the opportunities that you're given? Especially being students at Aldersley, you're given lots of opportunities, and it's down to you to utilise those opportunities and make the most of the opportunities that you're given. There's a really good quote here from Steve Jobs. So it says, creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something. It seems obvious to them after a while. That's because they were able to connect experiences they've had and synthesize new things. And the reason they were able to do that was that they've had more experiences and they have thought more about their experiences than other people. Unfortunately, that's too rare a commodity. A lot of people in our industry haven't had very diverse experiences, so they don't have enough dots to connect, and they end up with very linear solutions without broad perspective on the problem. The broader one's understanding of the human experience, the better design we will have. So that really links with that last aspect that I spoke about life, and about taking those opportunities that life throw at you and really taking in those experiences. For example, if there is a school trip, an optional school trip going on, or there's an optional after school activity, put yourself out there, go and experience it. Don't just decide you're not going to do it because you don't want to do it, because it might benefit you in ways that you can't foresee at the moment. So you go and do it, you go and experience it, and you gain massively from it, from an idea or something that you come up with in the future. So the challenge is then for today is, can you list things that you do that make you sure you are organised? Because that was one of the things that we said is a key thing in pushing us to being creative. Can you think of an example of something that shows you are ambitious? And can you share a creative idea that you have or have had? So I'd love to see what you come up with. If you can post on Twitter, tagging the Aldersley High SC, and also tagging me so that I can see what you've been up to. This week is also Children's Art Week, so make sure that you have a look at the website that is linked at the bottom of this page, and there's details there for you as well about different things that are running. So this week it's about the natural world, register online. They're very active on Twitter as well, so if you do want to put some art together and put it on there, that would also be great. So it is Joyful June, so make sure today that you take time to do something that makes you happy, big or small. And just a reminder there of the email addresses that you can contact should you need any help with anything. We're all available 8 till 4 on Teams as well, so make sure that you're making use of that support should you need it. Have a fantastic day, Aldersley students, and I will see you soon.